Hi, good day everyone. My name is Antonita Dumabok. Today I'm going to conduct my laboratory exercise 005. The title of this activity is Design of a Website Using Cisco Packet Tracer. In the OSI layer, working with the application layer is essential. Application layer provides the means for end-to-end connectivity between individuals in the human network using data networks. As we know, the goal of the network system is to provide the communication of fastest and shortest paths as possible. Server is an important tool in the experiment. It is responses from the entire client's request because server contain files and information and messages, it depending on the application. One of the server's roles is to manage its web. In HTML programming, we can design various websites and links, change its fonts and contents, and provide information and images and make it available at the World Wide Web, WWW. In the experiment, we will simulate with web programming, but we will use Cisco Packet Tracer to visualize what happens in the network system when it comes to web design. Objectives: design a Cisco-based web programming system. Second, determine the difference between static and dynamic routing. Create their own website and links. Determine the functions of the server in networks. And fifth, identify how server responses at the client request. Materials needed: Cisco Packet Tracer. Procedure: 1. Open the Cisco Packet Tracer. Drag 3 pieces and 2 switches for servers to the platform area. Now I'm going to open the Cisco Packet Tracers. This is the platform of Cisco Packet Tracers. Now I'm going to drag 3 pieces of personal PC. 1, 2, 3. Now 2 switches. 1, 2, and 4 server. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Next, change the label of PC0 and PC1 as dynamic and PC2 as static. So I'm gonna change the name. PC0 is dynamic. As PC1 as well, same. And PC2 as dynamic. PC2 is static, sorry. Static. Next, number 3. In PC2, since it is named as static, configure its IP address. Example is 172.16.0.90/16, and PC0 and PC1 are labeled as dynamic. It means that there will be no manual IP configuration of the two PCs because it's a dynamic routing. So we will config only the PC2 because this is the static. So we need to assign the IP address, and the PC0 and PC2 there is no manual configuration because the name is already dynamic routing. So I'm going to put the IP address for the static. Just click config as 172.16.0.90. 172.16.0.90. So this is the IP address. Next, make sure that the packet tracers in the real-time mode. So this is the packet tracers platform, and this we are in the real mode, real time already. So next, configure the DHCP server, and a 5 configure the DHCP server, and add a server and name it as a DHCP server. So we need to put the name here, server DHCP server. Okay, next. So change it global setting by setting its gateway to 172.16.0.1. So we need to put the gateway. So just click and go to config. This is the global setting, so we need to put the gateway 172.16.0.1. so this is the gateway. Next, configure its fast Ethernet by setting its IP address to 172.16.0.10 and change its the subnet mask to 255.255.0.0. So we need to put the IP address. Just click the fast Ethernet and put the IP address 172.16.0.10, and the subnet mask is automatically appear once you will assign the IP address. So 255.255.0.0. Okay, next. Set the HTTP service and HTTPS service to off. So we need to put the HTTP. This is HTTP and HTTPS should off both. So next. And set the DHCP server default gateway to 172.16.0 and DNS server to 172.16.0.11, and set the start IP address to 172.16.0.100. So we need to put the IP address. DHCP. This is DHCP. So default gateway 172.16.0.1, and DNS server. This is the DNS server. Just put her 172.16.0.11, and the start IP address 172.16.0.100. You should put here 100. Okay, next. Set the DNS service and the emails is MTP and PAF3 service to off. So DNS service should off. Already off. And is MTP it should off, and PAF3 it should off. Now it's okay, it's done. So we're going to configure the server 1. Configure the DNS server and add a server and name it as DNS server. So we're going to configure the server 1. So we need to name it DNS server. Okay, next. Okay. B, letter B, change its global setting by setting gateway to 172.16.0.1. So we need to change. Just click this one, go to config. This is the global setting. So we need the gateway 172.16.0.1. And configure its fast Ethernet by setting its IP address 172.16.0.11 and change its subnet mask to 255.255.0.0. So fast Ethernet Just put the IP address here, 172.16.0.11, and then the subnet mask is automatically appear when the IP address will assign in this area. So this is 255.255.0.0. Next, set letter D, set the HTTP service and HTTP service to off. So HTTP should off both. Okay, it's already off. And set the DHCP server service to off. DHCP server service to off, already off. Next. Fast Ethernet domain, let's say for example www.ama.is.edu, enter for its IP address to 172.16.0.20. So this is the server full name. So I need to put the www.ama.is.edu and put the IP address 172.16.20 0.20 172.16.0.20. So just put the 20 here. Okay, and click add. You can add. This is the one. And next, letter G, and now it's going to put the letter H, letter G, sample www.internal.com. So we need to put www.internal.com and put the IP address is 172.16.0.30 172.16.30, should 30 here. Okay, and should add. And now it's done. So letter H, set the DNS service and the emails is MTP and POP3 service to off. So DNS off, email should be MTP is off, so both off. Now it's okay, it's done. Next, configure the web server. So we need to configure the other server 7. Yeah, 7. Number 7 is configure the web server and add a server and name it is a web server www.ama.is.edu. So we need to configure this one. So we need to change the name web server and www.ama.is.edu. So this is the okay, and now next, and set the gateway to 172.16.0.1. So gateway 172.16.0.1. Next, configure its fast Ethernet by setting its IP address to 172.16.0.20 and change its subnet mask to 255.255.0.0. So I need to put the IP address. Just click fast Ethernet 172.16.0.20 and just click the subnet mask is automatically appear once you will assign the IP address. This is 255.255.0.0 is same. And then set the HTTP service and the HTTPS service to on. Change the name. Welcome to AMA Online Education System. So service is HTTP on. So both on. So edit welcome to AMA. Welcome to AMA. Welcome to AMA Online Education System. Have a have a nice day. Have a great day. Have a great day. And save it. Okay, next. Set the DHCP server service to off. And set the DNS off. And set the DNS server emails system APO3 to off. So DHCP to off. It's already off. DNS to off. Already off. And email should off. So just click off. And next. Just close it. Okay. And we are going to config the 3 server. So next, the procedure, but the same procedure in number 7. So we are going to change the name web server www.international.com. Okay, so we're going to click this one. Change the name is web server. Then www.international.com. So the next, and set the gateway 172.16.01. Gateway, this is the gateway 172.16.0.1. Next, config the fast Ethernet by setting IP address 172.16.0.20 and subnet must automatically appear same. Okay, so just click fast Ethernet, just put the IP address 172.16.0.20 and fast Ethernet automatically appear this one. Okay, and next, set HTTP service and HTTP service to on. Change in the sentence welcome to website artificial intelligence. Okay, so going to service HTTP on and just edit this one to change this one. Welcome to website welcome to website intelligence artificial intelligence. Welcome to website artificial intelligence. Intelligence I refers to the simulations of human intelligence, humans, intelligence in machines. Be applied to any machines. That exhibits rates associated with the human mind, such as learning and problem solving. Problem solving. Delete this one and save it. Okay, next. And set the DHCP servers to off. So DHCP is sold off. Next. And DNS is off, and DNS server and the emails is MTP-PO3 PAL3 servers to off. So DNS should off, it's already off, and email should off, this one, and then it's okay. Now I'm going to connect by these devices by using the smart connection from here to here. This one is here, and as well this one is here. Okay, and this one here as well. From here to here, from here to here. Yeah, and this from here to here. Need to connect this one. So this is the device. We will wait for a while so that the port will be all green, this one. So we will see this is connected all if you become green. Okay, now we are going to check if this is working. I'm going to configure this one. I'm going to ping this one. Ping 172.16.0.10. So it's working. So it's mean this is working. Again, ping 172.16.0.90. So again it's working. So pin 172.16.0.20. Yeah, so it's working. So it's mean this is the device. So this is the device now. The in devices and intermediary devices and media devices are configured and assigned with the IP. So next, I'm going to answer my the questions. So first questions are, what are HTTP and DNS and DHCP? So HTTP hypertext transfer protocol is the HTTP Hypertext Transfer Protocol. It is the TCP/IP-based application layer protocol and is developed to transport data. Is the form of image, video, text, HTML, files, and query result on the World Wide Web. The default port assigned to it is 80. However, the other ports are also applicable. It is basically the standardization of communication between various machines on the internet to communicate with each other. The DHCP Dynamic Host Configuration Protocol and DNS Domain Name System are both created to make it easy for us to use networks or the internet. However, they are totally two different technologies in actual application. The DHCP is a protocol that helps us to assign an IP address and related IP information to the computer in the network. Many network switches also apply DHCP to provide valuable TCP/IP network services. For example, it helps to automatically upgrade software on client system, whereas the DNS is used to convert a website name like fs.com to its IP address and vice versa. This is to ensure that our computer can find the right site because a computer can only find a site through its IP address rather than its domain name. So next, second question, what is the difference between the web design using HTML compared to Cisco Packet Tracer? Hypertext Markup Language or HTML is a programming language used to describe the structure of information on a web page. Together, HTML, CSS, and JavaScript make up the essential building blocks of website, with the CSS controlling a page appearance and JavaScript programming its functionality. You can think of HTML as providing the bones of a web page, while CSS provides the skin and JavaScript provides the brains. With Cisco Packet Tracers allow users to create simulated network topology by dragging and dropping routers, switches, and various other types of network devices. Packet Tracer is often used in educational setting as a learning aid. Cisco system claim that Packet Tracer is useful for network experimentation. So, lastly, what can you conclude from this activity? It can conclude that this activity will enable us to the types of protocol and device that will be used in designing web network. By knowing and familiarizing of its uses and functions, help us determine the right solution to utilize and establish a fast, easy, and economical option to design a website. So, this is my laboratory exercise 005. I hope I have satisfied and answered this laboratory. And see you next time. Bye.